me into a thought of universality of how we are all the same. Let me take you through the stages of what I went through the last 3 or 4 weeks, and somehow what I've gained by getting tossed by this horse is better. I'm not displeased that I had to take the time to recuperate and come to some interesting conclusions. Let me take you there with me. So I had a mare called Whisper Please, and bred her to a stallion, and the result of which was a baby I named Loud and Clear. And Loud and Clear from Whisper Please became the 2-year-old walk trot saddlebred champion at Louisville in August a few years ago. World champion. Okay, so now he's in his 3rd year, and we're waiting for him to come into the ring the year later, hopefully to win his 3-year-old world championship. He doesn't come into the ring. And later, the trainer says, I couldn't get him into the ring. And my wife and I, accustomed to the possibilities of skullduggery, thought, she had another horse in the ring. Maybe she wanted that horse to how can you not bring a horse that won a 2-year-old championship? How can you not bring him into the ring? But because we've been in the horse business, my wife was a trainer for years, we accepted it. Okay, so something went on, and we took Loud and Clear, decided to make Loud and Clear a Western pleasure horse. The dream was he would become the great Western pleasure horse. So a Western pleasure horse is pleasure. Walk very quietly, jog a little bit, and then lope. And the essence of ease and quiet. And that's what Loud and Clear was supposed to be. Well, after 3 or 4 years of training, we take him to Orange County show just to season him, and I'm on his back, and my hat blows off, and somebody hands me my hat, and as they hand me my hat, the horse shies, and I come off and I land on the ground. Nothing terrible. I get back up, I get back on the horse. He's a little crazy, but it's okay. 3 weeks ago, I go to wipe my brow, take my hand and wipe my brow. He whirls around, cat-like, whirls around unexpectedly. I fly off, and I've hurt my leg. Not terrible, but I'm getting better quickly. So by the end of the next week, I should be able to manage without the crutch. But that's the second time he did that. The trainer, 3 or 4 days later, gets on his back, reaches for his neck, and the horse screams and whirls around and tries to get him off 3 times. Dangerous horse. Why did the horse do that? I don't know. In the last 3 or 4 years where I knew who the trainer was, I mean, I was there many days, and I saw the training methods, totally kind. Danny Girardi did not do anything to this horse. So if something happened to this horse, training-wise, it would have happened 3 or 4 years ago, and he never evidenced any of this thing in his head until the last couple of months. What do you do with a horse like that? Well, luckily, Tommy Turvey, this great trick rider, who's a friend of mine, I called him and said, I have this beautiful horse who's got something in his head. He could be dangerous, but he's so beautiful. Maybe you'd like to, maybe you'll take him and use him in your act in some manner. And he agreed to take him. So Loud and Clear is now at Tommy Turvey's, and everything is good. Yay. But I'm laid up, but I'm laid up for a week where I'm totally helpless. Man. A guy that I didn't care much for, okay, we happened to be in conversation. I thought he was a pompous fool. And I happened to say something like, what is a pixel? How does a pixel work? And he proceeds to explain how a pixel works. A little wire vibrates because of the photons, open and closed circuit, and tells you light and dark. I suddenly understand what a pixel is. He says, well, you think that's interesting, you ought to read The Dancing Wu-Li Masters. Now, has anybody ever heard of that book? Yes? Scattered applause, because it seeks to explain quantum mechanics. And quantum mechanics is actually part of science fiction because it's so strange. And I'm lying in bed because of this accident, absorbing the Dancing Wu-Li Masters, thanking this guy that I thought was a pompous ass for recommending this book, because this book teaches us how we're all the same. All life, all forms of life, all forms of inert matter, and us are part of the dance of life, which is where this book gets its name. And I just got a glimmer of what quantum mechanics are. For example, we all have heard how the observation of a phenomena changes the phenomena. We bring it into existence, and the moment we stop examining it, it goes out of existence. We've all heard of that. But how does that happen?